Hey guys, welcome to another Q&A session from the Reaper blog. The YouTube channel just reached 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Really feels good to know that there's a lot of people that enjoy the show and want to keep watching. If you want to support the Reaper blog, you can do so by leaving a donation with the tip jar button, or by buying my product, Mixing in Reaper Volume 1. It's a several-hour look at a mixing session from beginning to end, from rough mix to mastering, and there's a bonus video where I use just Reaper plugins to kind of match my mix. There's tons of stuff you can learn in there, and it's only $25. All right, let's get into the questions. First question comes from Will. Can't figure out how to record WAV files on each individual track from Superior Drummer. I can get multi-channel routing set up, but I want to print WAV files for each track, kick, snare, etc. Can't figure out how to do it. There's two ways that I can think of to do this. The first way is to set all of your individual tracks to record mode, record output. So rather than recording input, which is usually a microphone or MIDI, it records the output, which is the sound that's coming through the processing, through the sends and stuff like that. The other way is to freeze the MIDI track as a multi-channel audio track. So if Superior Drummer has 32 mono outs, freeze multi-channel and it will create a WAV file with 32 channels, and all the routing to the individual tracks will still be there. Plus you can unfreeze at any time and go back to editing. Vadim asks, how do you apply a fade out to all clips? Can't do this no matter what. Grouping, ripple editing, Command, Alt, Shift, keys pressed. Recently had to apply tiny fade to a whole bunch of clips and did this manually. Go to mouse modifiers, go to media item fade/auto fade. For left drag, select Shift and move crossfade, ignoring snap and relative edge edit. So now you can grab multiple clips, grab a crossfade, then hold Shift, and then you can drag that to change the length of all the selected items. Justin asks, I can't find the exact link to download the program to render files as mp3. Went to the website provided by Reaper, but the site is confusing. It has hundreds of different things to download. I agree that is a very confusing thing, adding mp3 to Reaper. In the Reaper user guide, there's much better instructions than what you see in the program. You go to aegiscorp.free.fr/lame. For Windows 64, you want lame_enc64.dll. For Windows 32-bit systems, it's libmp3lame.dll. For OS X 64-bit systems, it's libmp3lame_osx64.zip. And for OS X 32-bit systems, it's libmp3lame_osx32.zip. So if you're using the 32-bit version of Reaper on a 64-bit computer, you should still download the 32-bit encoder, not the 64-bit one. Next question comes from Tony. I'm dealing with limited screen space, and with Reaper 5, I got into changing around track width in the mixer view. Is there a way to add a default track width so that newly added tracks are set to this custom size when created? It sounds like you're just changing the selected track layout rather than choosing a global layout. You can change the layouts from the option menu or from the screen sets and layouts window. So just choose a new global layout for a mixer. Last question comes from Alex. How do I disable all plugins to check the dry mix without plugins? There are several different ways you can do this. Select all the tracks, then click on the power button for the effects chain from the mixer, and that will bypass them all. Open up the project manager, switch over to the effects page, and then you can bypass plugins through there. And there's also actions in the action list for bypassing all effects. And that's all the questions. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll have another one of these Q&A sessions at 4,500 subscribers. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have not subscribed already, please do. And check out reaperblog.net for lots more tutorials.